Hello, and welcome to the Women and Money podcast, brought to you by Seroptimus International of Novato. My name is Madeline Peters.
And I'm Marissa Elder. We're excited to be here sharing conversations that empower women through financial education, confidence, and community.
And we have a guest here today. We're joined here by Rosemary Shea, who has a long history of service in the Marin County community. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Lovely to be here.
So before we dive in to today's topic, tell us a little bit about yourself and the work you do.
Well, I'm currently retired, but I have a long history in Marin County of nonprofit work, as well as being a member of Seroptimus International of Novato for over 20 years. And of course, our mission is to empower women and girls through education and economic opportunity.
What's inspired you to become involved in this?
In the Seroptimus organization?
Sure, in the Seroptimus organization. Go ahead.
I just love their mission. I was kind of raised to see that women and girls are empowered. I mean, it kind of made sense to me from the very beginning. And also being in nonprofit work in the county, I saw how Seroptimus gave to various organizations, and I wanted to be part of that giving.
Okay, well, we're here giving again, only it's kind of creating a context around the topic women and money. Let's start with a big picture question. Why is this topic so important and so important for women to have conversations about money?
Well, not only are we over 50% of the population, but we are also in the world, most of us are working, whether we're single or married, have children or don't. And very often I think it's easy for women to be sort of disinterested in managing money, knowing what you can do with your money, the whole capitalist system which is around us. And I just think it's important for women we have to help ourselves in this area.
I really love that perspective. I am a young woman learning to find my financial freedom and independence. How have you began taking control of that for yourself?
Well, it's been much easier in the last 10 years because I'm retired now and I have more time to think about myself, which is a wonderful concept, you know. My child rearing years are over. I caregave for my parents, and they're gone now. So I have more time and inclination, really, to think about what my last few decades are going to be like. And it's all around us, you know. There's information all around us.
So let's kind of move on to the next phase, which are what are the common challenges? What do you see the common financial challenges that women face? What are they for you as you think about that topic?
Well, again, it's really important to educate yourself. And sometimes you have to push yourself, you know. Sometimes, you know, we still do get caught up in caring for others, even though we're older and have more time for ourselves. So I think it's important to realize that, taking that time for yourself. And also it can be very freeing to take care of yourself and not always, you know, be beholden to others, taking care of others.
Mm-hmm. Are there particular challenges you see for women who are navigating major life transitions like divorce, career change, caregiving, or retirement?
Well, again, time is a big factor, and also inclination, as we touched on. But it is something that I think is easily within everyone's grasp. So sometimes you have to fight yourself on that, as I mentioned before. But it can be very rewarding. in the long run. And I think it's something we have to sometimes push ourselves to do, but there's a lot of education out there, a lot of support, more and more, to help women.
Kind of moving to the practical advice as we kind of wind this down. If a listener wants to improve her financial situations but feels overwhelmed, where should someone start?
Well, I think it's good to look into getting a good financial advisor. Even a CPA, if most of their work is just to help you file taxes every year, they can refer you on to somebody who knows more about possibly investing, what you've built up to this point, and how to manage money, and how to, very often mutual funds that we have also include, money market and the stock market, is, there's so much information there right now on how to invest your money. But I think, a good advisor is a good start. And they can also demystify some of this because it's very often easier than we think.
I couldn't agree more. I started working with a financial counselor it was like 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Completely changed my life. She really worked on like getting to the root of your behavior with money to really create that lasting change and that impact. I know how to like run a budget now, and like I know where all my money's going, when,
Yes.
where. I don't feel stressed out about money anymore. It was completely life-changing. So that was really great advice and something that I recently did, and it really changed my world.
That's very key, instead of just spending, thinking about saving, but also making your money work for you.
Mm-hmm. Are there particular... Oh, did that one already. What's one financial habit that can make a significant difference over time?
Well, a budget, as you mentioned, is really important. Know how much is coming in every month and how much has to go out, and being able to, when you're when you're out in the workforce, saving some of that income every month and making it work for you in some way, whether in a money market fund or, a pension fund through work, because all of that does accrue.
Yeah, money market, I definitely opened one of those, and it's great when you get those little free money, as I like to think of it, when it just like adds to your bank account. When
It's
your money's
working
just
for
sitting
you.
there.
Yeah, it's working for you instead of you spending it all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's it too. It's like just even understanding the concept that you can get your money working for you. So it's not all about you working hours to make money, but the money that you save is adding to your worth, increasing in value.
Yeah, and it allows you to someday retire and someday not work so hard.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
I'll have to let you know when that happens. So, what's one thing you wish every woman knew about managing money?
Well, I come back to, the fear factor. It's not as scary as it seems. If you can start out thinking, I can do this, and you take, baby steps. Before you walk, you crawl, But it's kind of a mindset that it's something that you can grasp and do for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Good point, good point.
So let's do a quick lightning round. I'm going to ask you some questions and just share the first thing that comes to mind. So best financial advice you've ever received?
Ooh, best financial advice. I guess, put your money somewhere, what you've saved, that will help you down the road by accruing more.
One money myth women should stop believing.
That it's beyond them, that they can't understand it just because the men in their lives, whether they're fathers or their husbands or boyfriends, have always kind of handled that, and it's sort of easy to, let that continue. But you don't have to do that.
Budgeting, saving, investing, which should come first?
Well, I would say budgeting, because we all have to know what comes in every month and what goes out. And then saving from that point on. And what was the third one?
Budgeting,
Investing?
saving, or investing.
Yeah.
Which should come first?
Yeah, I would say budgeting and saving and then investing.
Mm-hmm. And then a book, podcast, or resource that you would recommend.
Ooh, gosh. Well, I watch CNBC. There's a lot of financial shows on, and as well as podcasts. But I mostly watch, cable news and financial programs. I like Bloomberg TV, and I also like that crazy guy Kramer. Do you ever watch him? He's mostly, stock market oriented, how to invest in the market. But sometimes he has some interesting insight as well.
Before we wrap up, what's a final message would you like to leave with our listeners?
That you work hard all your life and you should know how to manage your money to live the best life you can.
That's wonderful advice. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for listening to the Women in Money podcast.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, please share it with a friend and help us continuing empowering women through education and opportunity.
Until next time, take care of yourself and your financial future.